So now if I just use this, you know, those few lines, I can start taking my markers and I can start shaping a little bit the body. So how's the job opportunity for car design these days? You know, it's not bad. I tell you very honestly that if you're a lady, it's probably easier. Everybody's looking for lady designers, okay, because we don't have many, and we really need to improve on that. But anyway, if your portfolio is really damn good, you are young, you're out of school, and you're ready to work, send your portfolio because a lot of people are hiring right now. So those are quick sketching, okay? Very quick sketches. We are not making renderings, we are not making ultra sophisticated sketches, okay? We are just making ideation sketches that we can use in understanding what we're doing and how we can improve what we're doing, okay? So you see what I'm doing now, I'm just blocking the main shapes so that I get an idea of this volume. And of course, automatically also about the proportion. Okay. Now, once I did that, I know that it looks a little bit kind of flat. What do I need to do? I need to create more depth. To do that, I will take again the number 8 and I will hit a little bit harder. Everything is in shadow, really shadow, and make it dark. And immediately we will have a feeling that there is really a perspective feeling. You see? Now that's dark. Now that's a shadow. That's a cast shadow on the ground, which is good. And we'll do the same thing with the glass that has to be darker. Okay, now I will take number 10 and I will make a little bit of transparency on the glass. For example, here we have a structure in this area too. So I will just put few lines to show that behind there is something. You know, maybe here we will have a sort of a steering wheel. You see? So now we have a little bit of transparency. And in the darkest area, I will put this dark, really dark number 10. Okay, now we're getting something that is starting to look like a vehicle. And I'll take this number 4 here and I'll make a little bit of shading, like a transition between the top part and the lower part, because as you know this is a little bit cylinder, and therefore same thing here, not too much, just to make sure that the top is a little bit darker and the lower part is a little bit lighter. Okay, so now that I did that, I go back with my pen, and what I want to do, I just want to work a little bit in the line work, so that I give a better definition, maybe add a few details, and then we will see how it's gonna improve. Okay, so first of all, the front. Let's take care about the front. You know, over there, because we want to make sure every time that when we put a background, the subject is jumping out of the paper, because we don't want to have the subject and the background all together, because that would mix the feeling and we don't understand what's the car and what's the subject, what's the support background. Then in this case, the background, we're gonna make it, let's say, we're gonna make it dark. So I take the black, I think it's gonna dry very soon. I thought that my black, I had to recharge my black. Yeah, my black, it's not really. Oh, don't worry, I have another one. I just want to do this part here, and then I will switch with another marker. Okay, so now I take the number 10 and I continue. Because what we want to make, it's always, you know, dark light, even if it's a dark background. Okay, with this one much better. All right, now you will see I will go over the black with the number 10, and the little problem of my dry black marker will disappear. Now I'll take number 8, because we have to start shading to the light. So from number 10 to number 8. Look, it's lighter. And then I will use number 6. So I jump 2 numbers. Number 6. You see? Look, it's not that bad. Now, it's still not over, because I go back with my black marker, because from here is too black, and then it's a little bit too gray. So there is, here in this area, we need a better transition. I'll try to make it. Then I go back with my number 10. Okay. All right, so now that I have done that, I'll take a ruler, okay? Because I just want that line to be correct. Unless everything is too fuzzy, it's not good. So I will go with my number, what is it? My number 10. And I will just make that line. Okay, now I let dry this the markers, because I will apply some white. White is very important, you know. We have to apply the white because we have to put a little bit of highlights. We have to start feeling something. So while it's drying, I put a little bit of core, okay, which is important. Same thing here in this area. Looks nice. It's mixing with the pen, and then I can, you know, I can shade it. So that's nice. I get something for free. And this area also should be a little bit darker. Okay, so we are always with our sketch. Now I take black and I make the darkest spot here, because those are holes, we said. Then when we have a hole inside, there is no light, we cannot see anything, so it's black. And we do this only because we get the feeling of depth, you know, the real depth. Follow always the shape, okay, in perspective. Okay, now it's much better. Here I can make this. Here I can just add a little bit of black. Here I add a line black here, not at the exterior part, but where the reflection should be. Same thing here. You see, now everything is starting to get really defined. So let's go get the white. Let's not waste time. I use my Polychromos white, okay, Faber-Castell. And I suggest you to buy the same brand, because this is really good. This is good. So I start with the reflection on the glass, because now we have to put the glare of light. Okay, now everything will turn. It's like the lights are off in this big showroom. Now we're gonna turn the lights on. But before I do that, there is only one thing that I want to do to make sure that we have a better distinction. You see, it's like I am making a difference between the plane and the how can I say, the panel we have in the back. It's more clear like that. Udam, automotive engineering. To become a car designer, it's not, I repeat, it's not the right choice. To become a car designer, you have to go, ciao Yash, welcome back. To study car design, Udan, you need to go to a design university, transportation design school, which is not an engineering school, okay? Yeah, there is a long time I didn't do it. It's true, you're right. So let's do. I start in the center and then I fade out on the side, okay? Then I put a line here. Now I will put an outline around to make sure that there is a difference between the body and the background. I leave a little bit of the black. You see? Ciao Jacob! How are you? We'll meet Monday, huh? Jacob is one of my online students. So I'm very happy he's here with us. Monday we have class. Alright, so now I put my little white line here. Jacob, look at this, because Monday we're gonna try to do the same thing. And as you can see, I always leave a little bit of the black because I need that contrast. You know, this is a reflection of the side body when it turns underneath. So it's the last little radius where the light is hitting. Okay? And the same thing here. Look. You see, there is always a little bit of the black of the background. I'm using the black of the background. Okay. Then a little bit of highlights here. Okay, Jacob, don't worry. We're gonna meet the Monday after. No big deal. Don't worry. It's okay. So, Yash, you're welcome, Udan. You're welcome. So, Yash is saying, preparing my entry portfolio currently, and your old videos about portfolio turning out to be really helpful. Well, I'm very happy. I'm really glad, believe me. All right, now the last thing to do for this sketch is to put a little bit of highlights, the real highlights, on this sketch. Okay? So I use acrylic, okay, white acrylic. This is a cheap one. I'm not spending $10. This cost me $2. Okay, so it's cheap acrylic. I'm not spending a fortune. And this is a basic number 2, okay, acrylic brush. Always put your protection once you wash, so that you can always have a very nice point. That's very important. So I do it at a savage way. If I were in school, the teacher would get pissed at me. Would say, "Hey, you had to put it on the paper, put a little bit of water." But you know what? After all those years, I don't do it anymore. Very important is how you put that white on your brush, because if you put too much, it's gonna be a mess. All right, so focal point is in the center. All right, so I start with the highlights here. Okay, then we have one here, big. Okay, then we have a smaller one here. Okay, then we have another one here, a little bit here, and a little small one here. Okay, so now this is just how I place them. Now we have to clean up. Okay, so this one, the first one, the more important one, is this one, is the top one. Nice ellipse, okay? You see? Now it looks more like a real reflection. This one, it's on this surface, so basically it's just for the surface. And this one does almost the same thing of this top reflection, but a little bit smaller, you know. Try not to make it too big or... Now on the wheels we had to put a little bit, not too much. So we put here, here, here. This is in shadow, so we don't put there. You see? And we put always one that is bigger, and then the other are a little bit smaller. Okay, I go wash my brush, okay? You check what I did. If you have comments, I forgot a little bit dot here and a little bit dot there. So what do you think? Okay, I'm back. Let me read. Is gouache in previous work? Curious to know this shift to acrylic. Yeah, no, gouache is good. Yes, gouache is perfect. But I use acrylic because the art store I have here next door, there is a big art store, they have gouache, but then I discovered this one does the same job and it's less expensive. And that's the reason why I use this one, to be honest. I'm not, even if I can pay for gouache that is more expensive. At my time I used to buy Winsor Newton, and that was so expensive when I was in school. Hey, Mr. Tran, ciao. Thank you very much. Thank you for being back. All right, so you getting your bachelor this year, urban mobility. All right, so you have to look at this stuff then. Now, you know what? We're gonna add a little bit of, we need some light, some red light. So because today everything is LED, very, you know, very modern and everything, so I will do something like this. Look, just very quickly, and not and I put a little bit of reflection in red on that line here. You see? So that will give us just an idea an idea of our backlight with always with no, this is what? This is also Faber-Castell pencil. So we have Mr. Bakira Jean. I said, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Mr. Gondo, hello sir, it's been a while. Yes, it's true. It's been a while, and to be honest, today I really had the time. I told myself I have to go back live. I don't have the time to prepare everything, to let everybody know. I said, we'll see who will be there. Most important thing is that I am there. All right. Okay, so now this is this is a pen sketch. This has been done with a pen. Let's put the date and my little signature. And now we're gonna do another one. '22. That's nice. Just put a little bit of line work here. It's better. because with that line, you see, it looks like there is a real part there, so it's better. Faber-Castell wet pencil, yeah, it's really good. Yeah, on black paper you have a very good results using that one. Okay, so this is the first sketch. Now we're gonna do another one. I will try to do something different, also in terms of technique. We'll see. Okay, so I put this on the side. I would like to show you what yesterday I had a meeting, and while people were talking, I was making my little sketch to have fun. But you know, we could use this one. Let me see. I would like to use a marker so that I can. Let me use the number 4. I want to try to do something with this one. Because at the end, this sketch is not that bad. So. I go with the number 8. And I make this a little darker on top. So I take number, what is it? Number 5. And with the number 5, I make here a little bit of shadow. Here too. And the dark part of the body, side body. Now with the black I'm making a separation between the shadow and the body of the car. That's why I'm using the black. And now with the black I will make also those air intakes, the darkest part, you know. Number 7, I'll make the front, let's say this grill, sort of a grill. And I will make this part a little bit darker. As you can see, it's a little bit like that, okay? Therefore, this part is in shadow, this part is picking up a little bit more light. Now, there is one thing I have to do better, is the core. Because as you see, this is light, this is darker, it's not good. This should be like this one, in terms of value. So I will pass again with my number 4. And then I will go with the number 5, which is the same marker I used in this lower part. You see the contrast now, it's much better. Now we have a contrast. So I do a little bit of extra lines. Okay, so we have a little bit of the lights over there. And now we're gonna put a little bit a line here. To define better the windshield area. Also from here. The door will be this one. You see, the door is this one. That's the part where it will open like that, of course. And we need just a little bit of extra dark here on the glass. So I go back with the number 5. You know, we have to shade, we have to fit it out correctly. Now it's better. Now I let it dry, because then the only thing I have to do, I have to take some white and do those little details that I do usually to make sure that it becomes crisp and we understand really what's going on. Because at the moment there are little things, a little flat here. So I will use the black for my wheel. Look how nice. Here too. Then I put my black line there. Okay. It's getting crisp. Do the Copic Markers mirror the pen ink when using over pen? Yes, sometimes no. Not that much. As you can see, I've been using quite a lot of my Copic Markers over the pen. In some cases, yes, but it's not that bad. I mean, you can even use that at your own advantage, because as you saw before, I used the pen, the black pen with a light gray, to make a medium darker gray. So why not? It all depends. It's a little bit artistic, you know. It all depends the way you use it. All right, so let's go with the white. When I go with the white, I feel so happy, because I can see things become really three-dimensional. Now, you see with the white what I did? I put that line much wider than this one. And this is always because of shadow. The light is coming from here. So if I do that, it's like I give a feeling that the thing is really bended, you know, in the front. Little tricks. So now we have a light, which it's a LED, of course. I put a little bit of technical things, you know, technical elements. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just nice graphics. You know, sometimes you have to do things like that. Don't ask yourself too many questions. It looks good, do it. You see? It looks nice. And I tell you one more thing. I will make this dark, because it looks better dark. Okay, I go get the gouache. So the focal point is in this area. All right? So my highlights are going to be in this area mainly. So let's see. First, the reflection on the glass. Very important. You see, I'm fading it out. You see? Now that's sharp. And of course, a little bit here. Now, the reflection onto the windshield. It is an ellipse. Here, here, and of course our lights. Then like that. You see? Now the good thing is that we have to put our little highlights here in this part. And then we have also a little bit highlights on the wheel. Like that. Here there is for sure something the rest is in shadow, so we see it a little bit, and one of them has to be stronger. You see? Look, in the back, in this area. You feel, this way you feel real depth, you know? Ciao Patricio! ¿Cómo estás? Happy to have you here. Now, I will explain to you what I did down here. Give me a second. Now I will use my white and I make the reflection of the lights onto the ground after the shadow. This is the black shadow of this front end. So after the shadow I can see a little bit, you see, a little bit of that light. And you know, I put the highlight, but I had to complete, unless it doesn't look right. You see, now you have the feeling of the lights on reflecting onto the ground. And that's nice. Alright, so the last thing I have to do, I take number 7 and I just have to do a little bit of this line around. Here. Then I put a line here. Because that's the glass area, this is body. And one thing I have to do to make sure that we understand that this is body, I have to put a little bit of like that. You see? Just a little bit of that shading, and you get the real feeling of the body on the side, metallic, and then the dark area, which is the glass area. Okay, so what do you think? Let me know. All right, so